We are live in 3, 2, 1.
It's going to have a huge collateral impact on all these different law enforcement agencies.
Utah courts are changing how and where certain cases are assigned.
The new airport will have a 2-level roadway system. So you see there's an elevated road up there.
Salt Lake City Airport construction, while lengthy, will provide many benefits to flyers.
And Mother Nature is drenching our very dry state. I've got your full forecast and what to expect for your Thanksgiving Day weekend coming up.
Welcome to Newsline. It's Thursday, November 21st. I'm Kim Peterson.
And I'm Chris Jacobs. Utah is finally getting a much-needed drink from lots of rain and snow, just in time for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Danny Hallows is outside in the rain right now. Danny, when can we expect the rain and snow from the storm to stop?
Well, we can expect this storm to give us a few more hours of rain in our lower valleys and in our upper elevations, but by about 5 o'clock tonight, you should be able to close up that umbrella. The rain and snow should be gone. But that means that our weekend, this weekend, is very, very clear. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is going to be our few best days for travel before the Thanksgiving Day week, because next week we could be seeing more storms. But this last storm that we have came in strong. Take a look at some of these rain totals across the state. Very, very wet down there in Bryan Head and the Mountain Resort. 8 inches of snow in that southern part of Utah. Park City Mountain got 6 inches, and then rain in Hurricane, 2.1 inches, and then rain here in Orem, just less than an inch. So it has been very, very wet the last few days, but the rain is moving out. But coming up, the storm that's moving out, we're going to see it move. I'm going to show you the next 2 storms that's ahead of it, so you can plan for your Thanksgiving Day week. I'll send it back to you, Kim.
Thanks, Danny.
The Utah Department of Public Safety is reminding you to click it or ticket this Thanksgiving week.
Here in Utah, a motor vehicle crash occurs every 8 minutes.
The department will increase seatbelt enforcement from November 27th to December 1st. Utah officers will work 330 extra shifts to stop motorists who aren't buckled up. The enforcement period is right before the holiday season, as more drivers are on the road and driving longer distance.
A semi-truck rolls over in St. George, spilling 20,000 pounds of cheese on the I-15. Yesterday's wet roads caused the driver of the truck to lose control and roll off the right shoulder. Police say the truck was driving too fast for the rainy conditions. Crews spent hours clearing the cheese before being able to remove the truck. The driver only suffered minor injuries. Yesterday's rain saw a lot more crashes than just the cheese truck. The Utah Highway Patrol says there were more than 84 crashes across the state, 4 of which were semi-truck rollovers. Officers are reminding drivers to look 12 to 15 seconds down the roadway, give the car in front of you a lot of following distance, and most importantly, drive slow during poor weather.
The holiday hustle and bustle has started, which means more traveling. Newsline reporter Amy Hamilton went to the Salt Lake City International Airport to find out how far along the new airport is. Amy, hasn't the airport been under construction for quite a time now?
That's right. I'm here at the Salt Lake City International Airport, where construction has been underway for the last 5 years now. Let's go take a look at the status and see when the project is expected to finish. Traveling. It can be stressful, crowded, and all around a tiring process, especially during the holidays. But the Salt Lake City International Airport is doing everything they can to improve the traveler's experience. It all started with an idea in 2012.
And then we started the design work, and in July of 2014, we had the groundbreaking to start the construction.
The SLC airport is getting a full facelift in order to meet safety regulations.
Well, we need to keep that up.
And to accommodate this fast-growing state.
Today it gets pretty congested because we have so many people using the existing airport.
Salt Lake City has become one of the major hubs for Delta Airlines, with about 70% of total traffic. So the size of the airport just wasn't cutting it. As you can see here, the new airport is almost up and running. The difficulty? Building a new airport while the current one still stands.
So we're really like building a new house on top of our existing house.
But Mike says the new airport will really benefit flyers.
The new airport will have a 2-level roadway system. So you see there's an elevated road up there.
Plus, the airport features lots of natural light, Utah-inspired design and colors, more concessions and retail.
And then great spaces like this, which is our plaza area, where you'll be able to relax and enjoy yourself before you get on your flight.
By the next holiday season, you'll be able to enjoy all this luxurious space during your travels.
Did we miss the flight? No, you just made it.
The airport says the project is expected to finish in September of 2020, so just a little under a year from now, and hopefully this will make traveling easier for all you frequent flyers. Reporting for NewsLine in Salt Lake City, I'm Amy Hamilton.
Thanks, Amy.
A 25-day-old child is missing after being kidnapped by her mother. They were last seen in Clinton around 5 yesterday evening. The mother, Taylor Webb, is an adult white female, 5 feet and 5 inches tall, weighs 130 pounds, and has 2 tattoos on her collarbones. The child, Audrey Westfall, lives with her grandmother, whom has court-ordered guardianship over the infant. Webb was last seen wearing a gray jacket, black yoga pants, and white sneakers. The infant is in a black and gray baby carrier with a green and pink blanket. If you have any information, please call Davis County Sheriff's Office at 801-451-4141.
A former East High School debate coach was arrested this week for unlawful sexual activity with a minor. Henry Stephen Olson of Taylorsville was booked into the Salt Lake County Jail Tuesday. He was 21 years old when he had sexual encounters with a female student. The student was just 15. East High School Principal Greg Mons sent a letter to parents on Wednesday in regards to the situation, encouraging students who need support to reach out to an administrator or a counselor. Olson was a volunteer debate team coach from August 2017 through October 2018. And the man involved in a fatal hit and run this week has been arrested. 37-year-old Daryl Day was found by detectives and has been booked into jail. Monday night, his vehicle hit and killed an adult male in a gas station and then fled the scene. American Fork Police Department thanks those who called in with tips.
Salt Lake County courts are planning on making changes on how court cases are assigned. This is creating major concerns among elected officials and Utah residents. NewsLine reporter Berto Sanchez has more.
Traditionally, court cases are assigned geographically. This could soon change due to an overload number of cases in the 3rd Judicial District Court in West Jordan.
I absolutely share their concern that they need resources. The demographics are shifting. We have caseloads that are going up. We have heavy caseloads. Law enforcement has heavy caseloads, and they have heavy caseloads.
Court officials announced that they want to assign cases at random between the 3rd Judicial District Court in West Jordan and the Matheson Courthouse in downtown Salt Lake City. These changes raise major concerns among elected officials, ranging from public defenders, prosecutors, city mayors, and police enforcement.
We've collected this data in the last month. And the picture that it shows is one that is going to have a huge collateral impact on all these different law enforcement agencies.
As you can see, there's a track station right across the West Jordan Courthouse. We're going to track down how long it takes to get from here to the Matheson Courthouse in downtown Salt Lake City. There's approximately 11 stops from here to the courthouse in downtown, so we'll see how long that'll take. Well, we just got off the train and I'm walking towards the Matheson Courthouse, so we'll see how long that takes us. It took us about 40 minutes to get from West Jordan to the Matheson Courthouse in downtown Salt Lake City using public transportation. Now, getting from one place to another is one of those concerns elected officials have regarding these changes.
And the impact that it has on a single mom or on a victim or somebody who's working on an hourly wages, it assumes that they have access to their own transportation. But when you have to navigate through and lose time, either as a witness or as a victim, that's real dollars that are going to cost to those families and to individuals. So the impact is actually quite profound.
These changes will take effect February 2020. Court and public officials are working to find common ground to find a solution. Reporting for NewsLine in Salt Lake City, I'm Berto Sanchez.
Detectives are helping Zion Park Rangers look for a person who fell off Angel's Landing. This happens after the Angel's Landing trail just reopened. Washington County Sheriff's Office is working closely with Zion Park Rangers to help locate the person. The park urges visitors to be cautious when hiking, especially with the incoming winter weather.
2 people from St. George are missing. 31-year-old Garrett Scott Schaefer and Amy Beth have not had any contact with their families since August of this year. Police believe that the two are together. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Garrett or Amy, please contact the St. George Police Department.
Several receptionists on BYU campus have received strange calls, likely from the same man.
Anessa Pennington is live on campus. Anessa, why does this man keep calling?
while his motives are still unclear, the man pretends to know what the receptionist looks like and proceeds to ask them on a date, promising, quote, not to tell their husbands. I met with two of the receptionists who happen to be sisters.
I got a phone call on the secretary phone, and it said it was from a private number.
We answer all phone calls, even if we can't see the caller ID.
It was this man saying that he was a professor from the Salt Lake Center. He strangely dropped that he knew some information about me.
You're the one with the brown hair and the ring, right? And I'm the only one that's worked there for like 4 months that was a girl and that was married.
And he asked me if I was married or not, and I said yes.
And then he was like, so you're married, like, do you want to go on a date with me?
He promised he wouldn't tell my husband, and then I hung up the phone.
Then he's like, so do you ever take off your ring when you shower?
Haley received that call more than a year ago. Abby, not even 2 weeks ago. And when Abby filed a police report, she was one of at least 6 other receptionists who reported receiving similar calls. Calls that university police suspect come from the same man. And while calls like these might not seem like a big deal to some, they certainly leave a mark.
It took a little while for me to work through that, like, fear of maybe him coming back. Like, my heart rate would rise whenever we got a phone call from like an unknown or a private number.
And it doesn't help to know there isn't much that can be done to stop it from happening again.
The Title IX office told me that they don't know why he knew those things about me and that I don't need to worry about it. And then the police said that he didn't do anything technically illegal, so they couldn't go after him or anything.
University police tried tracking the phone number, but to no avail. So for the time being, there's only one thing receptionists can do. If you have received or know someone who has received a call like this, you can file a police report. Reporting live from Brigham Young University, I'm Anessa Pennington.
Thanks, Anessa.
Store shelves are stocked with toys for Christmas, but are all of them kids would want?
Introducing Nerf Ultra One.
We'll show you which toys you should avoid this upcoming holiday season. We'll also tell you the best way to enjoy your Thanksgiving meal.
Sometimes the pressure to be smart and capable causes some students to feel like they're frauds or they're fake.
And we'll tell you what condition is currently plaguing BYU students.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering them could save you from having a stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
We'll take a look at this snow falling in Park City right now. This is just a time lapse from just an hour ago, but you can see that mountain totally covered with clouds and those heavy snowflakes. This snowfall is really going to help our Utah ski resorts during some of their openings next week, and all of this looks like a winter wonderland to me. So I'm excited. I think the holidays are fun with a little bit of fun weather, but I want to show you what's happening. So today, right now, this is going to be the last of our rain down there in southern and central Utah, but then come after this weekend, you can see this storm system. It's coming with another storm system behind it that's going to move in basically on Tuesday. So if you're traveling for Thanksgiving, like I said, do it this weekend into Monday, because look, this rain is going to be coming back in just a few days. Our radar isn't showing it just quite yet, but once this moves out, we've got a lot more coming in. Now across the Wasatch Front today, our temperatures are much cooler than we've seen in the last few weeks. So Logan, you're going to be at 41 degrees, 28 tonight. Salt Lake City at 46 with Provo there as well, 31 for the low in Provo. Over here in Vernal, 40 and 25 degrees. Very, very chilly down there. Moab, though, is probably one of our warmest places right now, 55 degrees, 33 for the overnight low, and then St. George down there in the 50s. St. George, you're going to get a little bit more rain today, but the rain is going to move out basically tomorrow afternoon. You're still going to have cooler temperatures, 36 degrees, so still a little bit of a winter weather advisory down there for you guys. But then on Saturday, you'll just have partly cloudy skies and sunny for the rest of the weekend. So beautiful down there in southern Utah. For northern Utah, though, our storm will continue a little bit into tonight, but by tomorrow, we'll be gone with that storm. It'll be out of our way. We'll have partly cloudy skies for 2 days. Temperatures will warm up just a little bit on Sunday to 49 degrees, but then Monday, we could see snow showers Monday, Tuesday. You can see we're going to dip to about 36 degrees. Our lows right there, 23 degrees on Monday and 21 on Tuesday. So very, very chilly. It's time to bundle up, bring out the hot cocoa and the cozies for Thanksgiving week, because those temperatures, they are going to be cold. Chris, Kim?
Many people may feel like inadequate imposters when they enter a new environment, like starting college or a new job. A study found that this imposter syndrome is more common than we think. NewsLine reporter Emma Benson tells us more about this phenomenon and how to cope with it.
Sometimes the pressure to be smart and capable causes some students to feel like they're frauds or they're fake.
A study shows imposter syndrome is more common than we think. The study was co-authored by BYU alumnus and University of Nevada, Las Vegas professor Richard Gardner, BYU professors Jeff Bednar, Brian Stewart, and James Oldroyd, and Stanford student Joseph Moore.
We all have a feedback loop that goes from our performance to our sense of self-confidence. And when we perform well, in general, that increases our sense of confidence in ourselves. But for people that are struggling with imposterism, that feedback loop is damaged. It doesn't work like it does normally.
This imposter syndrome can also be explained as feeling like a small fish in a big pond. Bednar says some factors that can contribute to feelings of imposterism are being in a minority group or being in a situation with set expectations for behavior or knowledge.
Students look around and see so many other qualified, capable, successful students, and then they look at themselves and wonder, do I have what it really takes to be successful here? And maybe feel like they slipped through the admissions cracks.
The study found that about 20% of participants say they experience imposter syndrome, and an astounding 88% responded yes to feelings of imposter syndrome in a non-scientific BYU Twitter poll. The researchers found the best way to cope with imposter syndrome is to reach out to those outside your work or major, like professors, family, or friends, rather than invest time in video games or other measures to get your mind off of schoolwork.
Be patient. You're here for a reason, and there's something unique that you bring to the table, and you've already earned your place here. You don't have to prove anything to anyone.
Reporting for NewsLine in Provo, I'm Emma Benson.
Well, Thanksgiving is just a week away, and stores across the country are all hands on deck in preparation. And so are a few local favorite butchers in Salt Lake City. NewsLine reporter Haley Davis joins us from their meat shop. Haley?
I'm here at Snyder Brothers Meats in Salt Lake City with owners Amy and Will Wilson. They're fifth-generation owners of this wonderful meat shop here in Salt Lake. How are you guys doing?
Good, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you. So, has the turkey storm hit yet?
Oh yeah.
We're in full preparations. Everybody gets humming, and this is a big time of year for us.
We have fresh, all-natural turkeys. This season, a very popular item is what's called a boneless turkey breast. It's a sweetheart breast, and it's an item that people can take and bake right in the bag. They can also smoke it.
How do we turkey prep?
Well, we start with the brine. It's going to be our first seasoning that we go to, and we actually just took a nice brine that we fell in love with as our family and started bringing it into the market. We make this starting probably a month ago.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
The one pro tip, is to make sure that, when you get your turkey, you give yourself ample time to get it done.
So those are important factors in doing a turkey.
Great. Well, thank you for showing us around the shop. Right? Enjoy.
Yeah,
That's what
Thanksgiving
is for.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much. So as you can see, there's plenty of options this turkey season, whether you want your turkey traditionally cooked in an oven or smoked like we just saw. The options are endless. And of course, make sure you time it well. Reporting in Salt Lake City for NewsLine, I'm Haley Davis.
Thanks, Haley.
With the holidays right around the corner, we've got to look at the top 10 worst toys from a group that looks at toy safety.
Kenzie McGuire is here to let us know what to watch out for.
That's right, Kim. 'Tis the season for dangerous toys.
Last thing we want is for children to come here as a result of accidents associated with these toys.
Yesterday at Franciscan Children's Hospital, World Against Toys Causing Harm, or WATCH, revealed its annual 10 worst toys for this holiday season. Some toys that may look like fun may actually pose as a potential hazard. They demonstrated some of these possible gifts from Santa could be cause for harm. WATCH wants parents to be vigilant in monitoring the toys their children play with. This concern stems from an estimated 250,000 toy-related injuries that occurred between 2015 and 2017. Now, the main cause for some of these concerns are choking hazards. For example, Yeti the stuffed animal or Spike the hedgehog could have their spikes or fur pulled and potentially have choking hazards happen. And we've been being warned about these choking hazards ever since the 1970s when Saturday Night Live did Mr. Mainway showing the tragedy of traditional toys. Now, we also have concerns over things like airsoft guns and Nerf guns potentially hitting somebody's eye, or your pogo stick board and Power Rangers cheetah claws accidentally hurting another child. The other toys on the list that cause harm could be a plastic school bus, a pull caterpillar, the Bunch and Build, and Nickelodeon's Frozen Treats slime. Now remember, these toys are on the list because of their potential to cause hazards, so they are still fun and can be enjoyed if played safe. So this holiday season, let's just remember to buy smart and play responsibly. We'll be right back.
Hey Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah, hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah! Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
BYU men's basketball took on Boise State last night and fell in overtime 72-68. Cougars had a rough night all around. At halftime, they were down by 7 and only shooting 25% from the field, while Boise State was shooting 40. BYU had the final shot in regulation, but was unable to convert. In overtime, the Cougs let the Broncos have a 5-0 run, and BYU just could not find a way to bounce back. BYU will have a chance to redeem themselves as they head to Hawaii to play in the Maui Invitational next week. Tonight is the night Cougar soccer fans have been waiting for. The number 2 seed BYU women's soccer team is hosting the second and third rounds of the NCAA tournament this weekend. BYU will take on Louisville tonight. If they win, then they will play one more time at Southfield against the winner of tonight's NC State and Arkansas game on Saturday. Work hard and win hard. NewsLine reporter Andrea Cabrera joined the BYU ROTC Rangers this morning to bring us a story about a dedicated team.
I'm standing in front of the George Albert Smith Field House. It's really early in the morning, which is why it's hard to see the building behind me. But the ROTC Rangers Challenge team is inside. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to be here this early. but their hard work has sure paid off. This is what most mornings look like for the BYU Rangers Challenge team.
I just thought it would be a really awesome opportunity to challenge myself.
A morning with tire flips, backward bear crawls, and weights. Lots and lots of weights.
I normally leave the house at 5 o'clock to get here on time by 5:30. We work out for an hour and a half.
Every day from Monday through Friday, 5:30 to 7 a.m. The team is made up of students, so after their workout, they
get ready for school.
Being a part of this team is about mental fortitude and physical fitness. And their hard work has paid off.
A lot of people started yelling, a lot of excitement. I don't blame them because no one held back. Everyone put forth their A effort.
They won first place at the ROTC Brigade Ranger Challenge competition. The team presented their skills in shooting, medical events, and other Army skills. They knew the competition wouldn't be easy.
That you're going to be hurting at one point, and if you don't properly train, you don't get the good guidance, you're just going to fall out.
Being a part of this team not only prepares them with mental grit for the Army, but also does more.
Honestly, it's changed my life.
The team is now preparing for the Sandhertz competition in April. Reporting for NewsLine, I'm Andrea Cabrera.
I should join them, get fit, you know?
Yeah, no, that looked very intense across the board. I've always liked those competitions with the ROTC. I find them really interesting. Thanks for joining us today for NewsLine.
And we hope you have a great day.